Alright, it's about time to talk sport this beautiful Tuesday morning. And welcome to Sport Today on your Super Dial, Honor 103.5 FM. In case you're still wondering, we are broadcasting live from the city of Ibadan, and the capital city of your state. It's a cold Tuesday morning, and of course, it's a perfect time to talk sport. Definitely, we take you up to date and the latest coming from the world of sport. And this morning, we talk about tennis. We take you through the latest and the biggest coming from the world of basketball. And don't you forget the football, the people's game. And of course, these are many more stories that will be coming your way this beautiful, lovely Tuesday morning. My name is Ayomikun Adeniyi. Of course, you can simply call me Purity, your sporting investors. Quickly, let's start with tennis this Tuesday morning, and just to let you know that just yesterday in the world of US Open, the game between Novak Djokovic and of course Boma Djoko yesterday ended in a victory for Novak Djokovic because in the 4 sets of the game it was widely dominated by Novak Djokovic 6-2 in the 4 sets of the game. But then it's getting more interesting in the second set when we have Novak Djokovic scoring 7-5, and of course in the last set of the tournament it was a victory for Novak Djokovic. Also, world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz was in action yesterday, and he got the deserving victory from the 4 sets of the game. At 6-3 in the 4 sets of the game. He came back in the second set also to score 6-3. And of course, in the last set of that game, at 6-4 it intended. So it means Carlos Alcaraz is through to the next stage of the US Open. Another match that went down yesterday, former world number 1 Danny Medvedev was in action against Alex de Minaur. And of course, it was a beautiful game starting from the 4 sets of that game because Alex de Minaur opened a very brilliant performance from the 4 sets of the game, winning 6-2. But then in the second set of the game, Danny Medvedev came back perfectly to score 6-4. And in the third set also, it was a game dominated by Danny Medvedev, recording 6-1. And of course, in the last set of the game, 6-2 at the end of the game. And in the female category, world number 1, Carlos Iga Swiatek was sent packing by Ostapenko in a very brilliant game. In the 4 sets of the game, it was dominated by the world number 1, Iga Swiatek, recording 6-3, but then Ostapenko came back in the second set, recording 6-3 also, and of course she did perfectly well in the third set to score 6-1. Also, we saw the game between Madison Keys and Jessica Pegula in a very interesting game, and of course Madison Keys defeating Pegula in a 2 straight set, 6-1, 6-3. Also, as Japan was sent packing yesterday, as she lost the 4 sets of the game, and of course she lost the second set 6-2, 6-4 at the end of the game. Interesting moment coming from the world of tennis this beautiful Tuesday morning. And just this morning we saw the game between Alexander Zverev and of course Jannik Sinner in a very interesting set. Guess what? In the 4 sets of the game, it was dominated by Zverev, recording 6-4 in the 4th set. But then Sinner came back in the second set to make it 6-3. Zverev do what he needs to do in the 3rd set, recording 6-4. And of course, at the end of the game, it was a victory for Zverev. And guess what? Later today, it will be the turn of Novak Djokovic and Taylor Swift. Definitely, we are expecting what will happen at that game. And in the female category, Ria Sabalenka against Daria Kasatina was another interesting game decided earlier this morning. And of course, it was a victory for Sabalenka because in the first set she recorded 6-1. And in the second set, 6-3. Interesting moment later today to be the turn of Ostapenko against Kurgogova. Yes, away from tennis this beautiful Tuesday morning, let's just straight to the world of basketball. After several displays by several countries right there at the FIBA World Cup, it's getting more interesting because we are at the playoff series. And of course, this morning, matches will be decided. And the big one will happen later today between Italy and, of course, USA. Germany will take on Latvia, and of course Canada against Slovenia will come later today. Interesting moment coming from the world of basketball. Remember, in the last group stage matches, we saw Canada defeating Spain and USA getting that famous lose. Australia defeating Georgia. Italy was top-notch also as they defeat their opponent right there in their last group stage games. Brazil lost their game also. Germany was in action, of course, against Slovenia. And, of course, it was a victory from the guys from Germany. Alright, still taking news from basketball this beautiful Tuesday morning, and I must confirm to you that Serbia are currently in action, and of course they are defeating their opponent in the first quarter of the game, recording 49 points against 36 points. Definitely in the second quarter of the game, it was a game dominated by the Serbian, and of course they recorded 25 points in the second quarter of their game, leaving their opponent with just 13 points because they lost the first quarter of the game by just 1 point margin. Remember, in the group I, where we have the likes of Italy, Serbia, and Puerto Rico, and of course the Dominican Republic, it was a battle between these four countries, and of course Italy taking the top of that group, leaving Serbia behind, and of course Puerto Rico in the third position. And in the group where we have Germany, Slovenia, Australia, and of course Georgia, it was a game because the Germans dominated proceeding from the first quarter of the game, and of course they won all their 5 games in that group. Slovenia also winning 4 out of 5, and of course losing just 1 to Germany. Remember, Australia also after 5 games winning 3, and of course losing 2 from their group stage matches, and Georgia also losing 3, and of course just winning just 2 as of their group stage matches. In the group L, where we have Canada, Latvia, and of course Spain, Brazil, it was a beautiful contest in that group L. Canada dominating proceeding from the first game of that group, winning 4 out of 5 games. Latvia also winning 4 out of 5 games, losing just 1 game in their group stage. Spain also winning 3 and losing 2 from their group stage matches. And don't forget that Brazil was in that group L, recording 3 wins and of course 2 losses, coming from the world of FIBA World Cup. Alright, before we turn our attention into football, quickly let me remind you that the last time we experienced the FIBA World Cup in 2019, it was a game and competition won by Spain. And in the year 2014, it was dominated by the team from USA. And they did that also in 2010, winning it back-to-back. 2014 and of course 2010 respectively, it was dominated by the team from USA. And in the 2006, it was a competition won by a Spain national team. And 2022, it was Yugoslavia. And of course, 1998, it was won by Yugoslavia. And 1994 also, it was a competition where we saw a brilliant performance from the USA team. Alright, like I told you, later today to be the turn of Italy and USA. Alright guys, you see on to sport today on your Super Dial Honor 103.5 FM. Of course, telling you stories coming from the world of sports in a big way. Right about now, we'll be going on a short commercial break, and when we return, definitely we switch our jet to the team of Super Eagles and the game between Sao Tome and of course Super Eagles later this week.
On the 103.5 FM.
The essence of interior design will always be about people and how they live. It is about the realities of what makes for an attractive, civilized, and meaningful home environment. This is our foremost concern at Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, and this is why we stay faithful to your own taste, because nothing you really like is ever out of style. Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, we specialize in importing and delivering quality royal beds, sofas, lights, and doors to every home across Nigeria. We are located inside Dokafat Filling Station in Leura Junction, Akala Express, Ibadan. Call us up on 080-913-35706 or send a WhatsApp message to 090-445-30230. We don't just sell quality products. Our maintenance team is on standby to give free routine maintenance for a whole year after purchase. Mr. Johnson Furniture, our passion is to bring affordable luxury to every home and offices.
Darling, why looking so worried?
Our son's education, very slow, downward these days.
Stop worrying. Casmus Private School, perfect solution.
Oh, yes, I remember. Casmus Private School, beautiful. Home away from home. Olorun Tedo Estate, Aduloju Town, MFM bus stop along Ojo Express Road, Ibadan.
Now you are talking. With professional tutors, our students get excellent results. NYEC, NECO, GCE, JAM, post-UTME, and vocational training. Casmus.
Creche,
Playgroup,
nursery,
primary,
secondary schools.
Telephone number 081-4303-6019. Casmus Private School. Knowledge is power.
Alright, welcome back from that short commercial break. In case you're just tuning in, this is Sport Today on Honor 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from the city of Ibadan. Still giving you top stories making the round in the world of sport. Definitely our attention now is to Africa, talking about football and of course AFCON qualifier 2023. Alright, action will resume tomorrow where Libya will be hosting Equatorial Guinea. And a big match on the 7th of this month. It will be the time of Angola against Madagascar. Ghana will be at home against Central African Republic. Remember, Algeria will be hosting Tanzania. Niger will be hosting Uganda. Tunisia will host Botswana. Also, Egypt will be at home against Ethiopia. Don't you forget that Burkina Faso also will be in action on the 8th of this month. Mali against South Sudan. Other big match that will be taking part right there from the AFCON qualifier. Ivory Coast will be at home against Lesotho. Malawi against Guinea. Mozambique against Benin Republic. DR Congo against Sudan. Comoros will host Zambia. And don't you forget that Morocco will host Liberia at home. Senegal will host Rwanda. And on the 10th of this month, we will say the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Sao Tome and Principe, Togo against Cape Verde, Gambia against Congo, and several other matches that will be going down right there at the African qualifiers. Remember, the Super Eagle camp will open later tomorrow. And don't you forget the players that were invited by the coach of the Super Eagles. In the goalkeeping department, we have Francis Zor, Olorunleke Ojo, and Adebayo Adeleye. These are the three goalkeepers invited by the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And right there at the defense line, the likes of Olaino, Semil Ajayi also. Calvin Bassey is one of the players invited by the Super Eagles coach of Nigeria. Jamie Collins also will make his appearance during these qualifiers. And don't forget, in the midfield department, the likes of Frank Oyeka, Joel Aribo, and of course Wilfred Intidi. And in the forward department, where we have several other talents, players that have been making impressive runs right there at their respective club. Gift Orban also has been called by the coach of the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen of Napoli also. Victor Boniface also was called up. Kelechi Iheanacho, Taiwo Awoni of Nottingham Forest, Ademola Lookman also will be making an appearance this time around. And don't forget Samuel Chikwueze and Moses Simon, several players that were called up to represent Nigeria in this qualification stage. Remember, Nigeria have gotten the ticket to play in the next year AFCON Nations Cup. Remember, Nigeria is in Group A alongside Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, and of course Sao Tome are playing 5 games and of course recording 4 wins. They lost just 1 game in their group. And in that same group where we have Guinea-Bissau with 3